Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and keeping good and everything is okay. Thank you so much for coming back to listen and to watch these videos. You're all welcome here, whoever you are, wherever you are from, without any prejudice or discrimination, whatever your background is or religion is, you are welcome here. Okay, so this video I would say, is a very important one because I think many people will go through life not realizing that there is quite a significant spiritual element to our lives. And many people stay in a place where there are only 3D things or three-dimensional things and energies, and they don't realize that there is a significant spiritual side that is quite often much bigger than the physical. The physical is the insignificant. The spiritual is the significant, and that is where, if you learn to tap into that and to understand that, that is where your breakthroughs will happen, your happiness will happen, and you will find what you want through the spiritual. And that is why all of the religions and the Abrahamic religion, and especially Islam, and especially our Sufi sect, which is part of the deep spirituality and ancient spirituality of Islam. As we know, Sufism started 200 years after Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, passed on. And it is a very powerful energy, okay, and an ancient energy, and we have a lot of spirituality. So this video today, I've been asked by many of you guys about this, and I thought I'd make a video about it just to show you guys how to go by understanding this important topic, which is black magic and negative workings, and how do you know if someone has made has done a spell on you, whether it is just a black magic spell. You have voodoo, you have hoodoo, you have other kinds of magic, but in general they are all there is magic that is negative, and then there are things that can be done to hurt the person spiritually without doing anything. And some people can do this with their mind. So it is about where you stand, really. A thought can be considered black magic if someone projects their energy very strongly towards someone else and is wanting them to get hurt or wanting them to experience negativity, okay, or to be in any kind of critical situation. And that, of course, is not good if anyone does this, but it can be classed as black magic. I always say to you guys, live in love and don't try your best not to live in fear. Fear is the reason for many problems and the reason why some people are very negative and closed up and they don't want to open up to spirituality. They are scared. And it is where shaitan, or the devil, we seek refuge in the Most High God. The devil comes and plays on people's minds so that he takes them away from the core of the message of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and the spirituality. Okay, and it is where the negative energies will work on people so that they don't get the help that they need. They keep people confined. I see always when I have people who have black magic, the first most powerful sign from my experience, and I've been doing this for so many years, ever since I was a little child, and I can tell you from experience now that the first and most powerful sign is that people who resist help. So say, for example, you find someone and I read them. For example, I'm someone who have the gift of the sight, or someone else reads them and they tell them they have black magic and or they have some kind of negativity with them and etc. And they go the other direction. They don't want the help. They think it's something evil to get help, something bad to get help. Whilst if you look at the history of our religion and all Abrahamic religions that came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Most High God of all creation, you will see that there has been a lot of efforts to break black magic. There is the Quran itself, and there are things that we use from the earth to break the black magic. There is secret knowledge, okay, that people have been using even before the Abrahamic religions to break this negative energy, okay. And like I said, black magic can just be a negative thought from someone. And it can be, if that person is powerful in their thinking and they have a way of thinking that can create energy like that, because some people have that within them, then it can cause an obstacle for the person. And they have that within them, not because they're evil or bad, but it's a defense mechanism. And it's something that people inherit as well. Some people have that ability just because of the biology and the physiology of their brains, how they think. It can lead to the creation of things in the energy fields and within the other dimensions that can be very much black magic. Okay, black magic is usually, in its traditional sense, is a ritual that people do to create a certain energy. And that energy is to hurt someone else, or to force someone else to do something that is not their free will, to make someone else do it, without mentioning the name of God, without having anything to do with any of the holy books. Whatever that other thing that people do, that is black magic. Okay? Prayer with things and creating things with prayer and putting the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in things is not magic, and it's not black magic, it's just prayer. Like praying with the black seed, praying with cinnamon, praying with orange, praying with rice, whatever you have, okay? And in Islam we have something called Itba' al-Asbab, which is you have to put a reason there. God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God the Most High, has created the universe within certain laws. So we have to do things so that we receive. Okay, so you won't eat food if you don't put your hand in the plate or you don't take a spoon. We always have to create a reason. We won't get better from any kind of illness. If someone has illness, I pray that you are all well and that nobody is ill or gets sick. Bi-Iznillah, may you all be protected. But if you don't take medication, you don't go and see the doctor or take medication of some kind, or herbs even, you won't get better. The same thing applies to the spirit world. If we don't do things that can affect the spirit world through experienced people, through pious people, through people who believe in God, who work with the holy books, who have knowledge about the herbs and the items and the energies, to help us, then that is no good. And that is where shaitan comes in. Satan, we seek refuge in God the Most High from the devil and his illusions and his snares, whether it's a devil that is a spirit or a devil that it is a person even. Sometimes people can act as devils, okay? And in Surah An-Nas you see, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, min al-jinnati wan-nas. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. So it is from Jinnah is hidden things, or like things that we cannot see, and Nas is people, or actual people, okay? So, it is like us seeking refuge in that Quranic verse from evil and from satanic energies, whether they are from spirits or from people. You seek refuge in the Most High God, okay? So, the first sign is when someone does not want to get help. Okay, that's the most powerful sign in my experience. Okay, and often people will go to their graves with black magic and things like that attached to them, which will affect them even when they pass on sometimes, because they rejected the help. When it was there in front of them, it called on them for the help. They rejected it. So they carry that energy with them, and they have to pay for it in a way after they pass on. We seek refuge in God from all this. May you all never go through anything like this. May the devil not be able to elude you and to sway you from getting the help you need if you feel you need it. The second sign that you have black magic on you is confusion. Confusion about the person, your life, about your life's direction, where you want to go, what you want to do. You don't know what to do. You feel confused or dazed. Often you find people who have had black magic done for them and they stay in that energy for a long time. They will seem dazed or confused or they can't even concentrate. Okay, they lose their concentration, they lose their energy, they lose their focus. Okay, and once it is done with prayers and with things that have been handed down from the companions of the Prophet and the people who have come after that, and people who have learned from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and from the prophets before Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all of the prophets, then once that is removed, the person regains their confidence and is happy and is positive again. Okay, and the most important thing, they can focus. Okay, so if you lack concentration, if you find that you lack concentration direction, then that could be a sign of negative energy or some kind of black magic that's done. The third thing is that everything keeps going wrong for the person. Anything they try, anything they touch, anything they do, there's always a problem. There's always an issue that comes up. There's always an obstacle. Okay? And that's a sign of black magic. People will tell me, I've been out there, I've been doing this, I've been doing everything right, but seeing things are going wrong for me. I wasn't accepted into that university, or my children haven't been accepted. I don't have work. I haven't been able to find work or do anything to sustain myself. Or even when I find it, there's problems within there. And you find that even when you are sitting in your place and doing nothing at all, problems seem to find their way to you. Okay? So I have many people who will be sitting there and they will do nothing whatsoever to create the obstacle, but it will land on their laps. And that is a sign of black magic. Okay? That someone has done something to stop that person's way. It is a spell of some kind. Okay? Like you know, the weather comes in spells and everything comes in spells. There's cycles and spells. So you find that things are going wrong for the person, nothing is going right, that is because of black magic. Okay? The fourth sign is the person's health not being good. Okay? Or at least the person always has like a sickness that is with them. And sometimes there is no medical explanation for that illness or for that feeling, whether it's depression, insomnia, anxiety, especially these kinds of mental afflictions, they have to do with black magic. Okay, black magic is like inflammation in the spirit. If you have inflammation in the body, people, for example, will get the skin will become red. They for example, they get itchy. They get, for example, they get pain somewhere. They get nausea. They get things like that. So it is black magic is like inflammation in the spirit. It inflames the spirits, and these will cause the person to experience this agitated and jittery feeling and for example, not be able to sleep well, not be able to do anything, and so on. Okay, and that needs a lot of attention and cleansing, and it needs to be broken because it could have been caused by black magic. Okay, not every case is black magic, so by all means see your doctors, go through all of the 3D ways, the third dimensional ways of dealing with these things, which is good. And then if you don't find an actual cause for it, and they can't find a cause for it, this could very well be black magic. Then the next reason is when a person starts getting nightmares and dreams about things, and specifically about people. So when you dream of other people, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. If you're someone who has regular dreams and premonitions that come true, like myself, for example, it is different. But if you are someone who is not psychic, who doesn't see the future, who doesn't get premonitions, and you start seeing other people, specifically people that you think might have wronged you or might have been the cause of this for you, if you keep dreaming of them, if they feed you food in the dream and you eat it, okay, if someone feeds you food in the dream and you eat it, if someone in the dream chases you, if someone in a dream throws you off a cliff or down some kind of makes you tumble down, if someone trips you in a dream, if someone is smiling at you in a dream, in an awkward way, or just a smile that you don't understand, okay, means that person might have done black magic on you. Okay, if you see the person, you know the person, but you don't know them that well, and then they come to you in the dream, they have access to you, so they can do this black magic, then that person that you see smiling could either be the cause of the black magic, or it could be someone else who's done the black magic, who's using this person as a mask to make you think that this person has done the black magic. Okay, and that's why we need to be careful when we make judgment about these things, especially when it comes to our dreams. Go to someone professional or someone who is experienced. Like myself, you can come to me to actually look into it deeply, and you will know that the person is looking into it when they start telling you things that they don't know about you. So when I read people, I will tell them things that nobody knows about them, okay, and that only they know, okay, or that very few people know, and that there would be no way for me to know. That's how you know that the person is able to look into it and check it properly, okay. Always go to people who deal with God, who submit to God, who believe in God. In my humble opinion, these are the best people to go to, who read with the holy books, who actually work with the holy books. This is the best kind of person to go to, and especially if they have a good reputation. You see the reviews, you see, for example, if you look at my channel, there's a lot of people who leave comments. They say your work helped me. They say you've done this. So if you see someone with these kind of good reviews, and if someone else, word of mouth is also powerful, if you hear from someone else that someone is good, then that's the kind of person you go to release you, to actually read you and find out who's doing this to you, and then release you from it. And it's so interesting because it's often very simple things that need to be done, like the things that I can do, the things that I can do are not, you just have to know them, but they're not that complicated, okay, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's something that we just do with certain ayahs of the Quran or verses of we read from other books, from the Bible, from the Torah, from any book that originated from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we can break that energy from the person. Okay, so there's a lot of power to be had in spiritual help, and especially Sufi people and Sufi scholars and people who have been trained by Sufis, because we understand the workings of energy, and we understand that you reap what you sow, and if we do anything bad, then that will come to us either in this life or in the other life, and if we do good, we will get amazing rewards. Okay, so that's why we always want to help, and oftentimes I will see people and I will see that they have black magic on them, and I will help them without them asking me. I will see someone and they will talk to me or something like that, and I will see that they have black magic on them, and I will do something to release them. If I am given permission by my elders and my ancestors, I will do it straight away. Okay, often behind the person's back, and they get better, their life improves. This is enough for me. It's enough satisfaction for me to see that, okay? It's not about the money. It's more about helping the people, and because You'll find that if you work in this field, if you do good things for people as much as you can, you will get rewarded in other ways, okay? Except, for example, me on this channel, I charge people for really, when they come on and talk to me on one-on-one, I charge them because there's a big volume of people. And like I said in the beginning, when I started the channel, it was very difficult for me. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything because there were so many people who wanted to talk. So now it's a way, and there were scammers, there were people who were very strange and wanted me to, to lead me onto very weird paths, and people I didn't understand, and it was all because they would come, and of course someone like this is not genuine. They will never pay you. You ask them to pay for a reading, they will never pay you because they don't want to waste money on a low vibration energy, okay, and they're already in a low vibration energy, they won't pay you, okay? So I'm doing this channel with free information for people who can't afford it, but if someone wants to talk to me, they need to pay, and they need to come to me in the capacity of a client, no matter who they are or where they are from, or if I know them or don't know them, or talked to them online or haven't talked to them, it doesn't matter. It's a way of filtering people and getting the genuine people come through. When someone pays for something, I know that they are genuine and that they are not messing with me. This is a way to prove a person is genuine. So, but we help people, and I help people without any money. If I look at a person, for example, if anybody I meet or anybody I talk to on the channel or anything like that, I see that they have a problem, because I can see without people talking to me, I can see some things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals to me or that I can see. We can never see everything about anyone, okay, but there are certain things that can be revealed to us, then we can help them without their knowledge. But it's always best to get professional help and to pay for the work, because that will create an energy exchange, and the person who is paying will receive all of the energy in a full result, and they will righteously deserve to be released from that energy. If someone doesn't pay, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It depends on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides, but we do our best anyway. The other thing that can mean that a person has black magic apart from the dreams is if you have someone specific that you think might have done it to you, and it is disturbed feelings. So when you talk to someone, or when you are, say, in a kind of exchange with a person, say either talking to them, emailing them, texting them, and you get an overwhelming feeling of distress, and you can't really cope with that person's energy, they make you feel bad, they make you feel like so stressed out for no reason. That often means that energy could be the reason for the black magic that person has done, could be the reason for you feeling like that towards them. You can't stand them. Member of your family, a friend, an ex, and whatever, So that could be the reason, alright? Another thing as well that could mean that a person has done black magic to you is if they keep insisting on inviting you to things and giving you stuff, like food, gifts, things like that. Okay, if someone gives you material things to hold in your hand and to feel them in your hand, or to keep with you, okay, whatever that is, if you don't know that person, say for example, you just met a person, or the person through a group of people, but that person always keeps inviting you to eat food, and you have a weird feeling about that person, okay, usually we can tell, deep down we know. Or they keep inviting you to your house and they keep serving you food. Every time you go, you have to eat. You have to eat. Always think that there could be something in the food that they're putting in the food for you. If someone gives you a gift, sometimes it's a Trojan horse. Okay? So many times people will put things in gifts that they give you and things like that to harm you. Okay, and they always disguise themselves. They will flatter you. They will make you feel really great about yourself. They will give you the stuff, but they will put an energy or place a spell on that gift so that it does something to you in some way. So the best thing to do when you receive anything from anyone is to wash it in salt and water and lemon and get some chili, dust it with it, read the Quran on it, and then you can keep it. If it's something nice, you can keep it. Okay? But you can also ask someone like me, you can come to me for reading and say, is this gift good? Is it bad? And I will absolutely see if it's good or bad. I have hundreds or thousands of reviews from people, like I've said on the channel before, where I've done this and it was successful, okay? And I could successfully see whether it was good or the bad. Most of the time it's good. People have good intentions, they give you things. By all means, don't jump at anyone. It's nice to get gifts from people, whatever they are, okay? But like my granddad always used to say to me, the best gift you can give someone is money. Because with money, you can't really do anything, like there's nothing you can, the person won't suspect anything, okay, once you give them money, and you can't really do anything that negative when you give a person a gift of money, okay? Some people do that. Some people can do things. They can attach things to money to make a person's money go down or get worse, or to affect their business. They can pay a person money on purpose to hurt them. And if the person doesn't know that, then they can cause damage. So there are ways to deal with this as well. Okay? There are spirits that can be attached, but it's very rare. It's very rare. It's not like with physical things. So if someone keeps giving you gifts and you feel that they want something, but they don't tell you what they want from you, okay, and they keep just giving you gifts, material things, teddy bears, jewelry, things like that, there can be some black magic involved with that, okay? And food as well, alright? So be careful. The other sign as well, the next sign, is if someone touches you a lot without any reason. If you go to someone and you talk to them and they feel your body, okay, once someone grabs you and feels your body or puts their hands on you, and you have a weird feeling about it, like you don't know that person well, you're not there like close to them, or even people who are like pretend to be your friends or pretend to be like, your someone who admires you or something, and they can have something bad that they want to do by touching the person. Okay, or people can do things by touching people and by putting their hands on them. So if you find that someone is trying to do that, especially if it's someone you don't know that well, and there's something that they can gain from you, or you feel that there's a reason for them to do this to you, to hurt you, say it's someone, a competition of yours in any kind of field, a co-worker, a family member that you feel that can be jealous of you, from their actions, their attitude, that they can be like that. If they keep doing that to you, then they could be doing something negative. It's oftentimes, like I said, 99% of the time, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? But 1% there could be, okay? So that's a sign. If you have that feeling, that gut feeling, that is a sign, okay? The other sign as well that the person has black magic is that plants and items, vegetables like onions especially, for example, and lemons, especially onions and lemons, they go bad very quickly in the person's home or in their presence. Because what these vegetables and plants will be doing is removing the negativity. They absorb it, and then they take it upon themselves, and the plant will die, will perish, or the onion will rot. Or, for example, say the lemons will rot. So a way of detecting if there's any negativity in a home, for example, is slicing lemons and putting them in different rooms. And then if they go black very quickly, then there's negativity that the lemons are trying to absorb. Or you can do that with onions as well, okay? Plants as well. If you're not someone, is spiritual usually, and you don't have any like high energy originally, and your energy is like, it doesn't usually happen to you, but then you notice that plants start dying in your presence and so on very quickly, okay? And there's no plant that you can grow easily in your home, then know that there could be black magic that has been done to you or that has been placed in your home. The other sign is finding items and things that are not accounted for in your residence or in your vehicle or in your bag, on your desk at work, for example, underneath the desk, just a piece of paper that is crumpled up or like folded into like a square shape or a triangle shape, or you find like a little bundle of things that you don't know where that came from. These are things that people could have placed there to curse the person or to curse the area, etc. These are signs of black magic, and you need to check them with someone professional. Okay? Another sign that can also mean that there is black magic around the person or in their energy is that if children do not respond to the person well. So I've seen this a lot with children, especially children who are sensitive spiritually. When a person who is cursed or has black magic on them or dabbles in these kinds of things or just has negative energy, children will freak out. Okay, and I've seen it many times. Okay, they're like detectors of these things. A child has an instinct and they can see beyond the veil until a certain age. So they will see things, and if someone has really strong black magic on them, the children will be irritable around that person. Okay, so if someone, for example, with me, children always are happy and smiling, and even if they're really distressed and someone calls me and I look at the child, it calms down immediately. Okay, I have something I can diffuse children. Okay, they don't cry, they don't, there's something that is like, I think it's like probably an angelic energy or a positive energy, alhamdulillah. But if someone goes around children and they're agitated and they stay away from the person, it means that that person could be afflicted by black magic and so on. Okay? The other thing that I see as well is with people who are affected by black magic or have had black magic done to them is that they can have accidents often. Accidents, for example, trip and fall often, drop things and break them often, have devices in their home burn out often, have like car accidents in any other kind of way. That is also a sign of black magic. Okay? Another sign of black magic as well is that if a person doesn't like nice smells or finds that the smells of nice things are irritating them, or they think they are too strong, or they make them uncomfortable. Okay, and let's say that Muhammad said in his hadith or in one of the hadiths is that good spirits like good smells and bad spirits like bad smells. Okay, so smell is very important. Okay, to know. Okay, that if a person has black magic, oftentimes they can't stand nice smells. They will irritate them, especially smells of things like amber and musk and rose and jasmine and so on, because these smells can break the black magic. We use these nice smells for protection and to break the black magic with them. Okay, it can often be a sign that the person has had black magic done to them. Okay, another sign as well that has to do with smells is if the person smells bad on their body, if they have a very strong bad smell coming from their body, or if you go and listen to my jinn video, the video I did about the jinn queen, you will see my experience with someone who came to visit me, and there was a really bad smell coming from that person, and then after that there were two bad negative spirits that tried to attack me, and Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani came out of the wall, and he chased them, and two cats jumped out of me, in spiritual cats I saw with my eyes, like two black cats jumped out of me and started like snaring at these two black spirits. So that bad smell is usually a sign of black magic. The person's breath or the person's odor in their body, if it smells bad, then there's a negative energy that is attached to that person. It's either that they have black magic or they have come to do something negative to you. Okay? So cleanliness and smelling good and having good breath and having nice smelling, like the person is smelling nice, is always a sign of positive energy and that the person is a good person and the energy is good and that there's no black magic. But a bad smell is always a very strong sign of evil energy or bad energy. Okay? And even like, for example, me, I'm very sensitive spiritually. When someone talks to me if someone talks to me face to face and I smell a certain smell in their breath, I know that they could go and say something bad about me or about someone I care about. That's, for example, one of my spiritual signs that I have. I know that exact smell, what it is. Okay, or if I smell a smell on a person, if they come and I see them and they sit next to me and I smell that smell, I know that person's intentions are not good. When you are spiritual, you don't just see with your eyes or have dreams or see with cards or see with shells or whatever. You learn to feel with every inch of your body and spirit. And then you learn throughout your life, your spirituality opens up and you become like a sensor for everything, and you understand that the messages can come to you in many different ways. Okay, so smell is very important. Okay? Another sign of black magic as well is that if, like I said earlier about the illnesses, but this is a bit different. If someone's hair starts falling out, if someone's starts to get like skin conditions that they don't understand where they've come from, if someone starts to the nails start to break and so on, when they're eating well, they're taking the vitamins that they need, they're getting the nutrition that they need, they're really well, they're really active, but there's things like that happening to them, that could be a sign of black magic. Okay? And it's not just the physical things that can cause these things, spiritual things can cause them as well. Okay? So in that instance, when you've checked everything and you've seen your doctor and everything's okay and you can't explain it, then that could be black magic. Alright? Another sign that there is black magic, and I will close with this one because there's endless signs from my experience, is waking up at a certain time at night. Okay, like you find it's as if someone wakes you up at 3 a.m. especially. Okay, at that time of 3 a.m. Because 3 a.m. there's a changeover with the angels. Some of them come, some of them leave. Okay, around the 3 a.m. Okay. 1 a.m. as well for some people, if they wake up at that time. The best thing to do if you wake up at a time like that is to pray. Get your holy book and see which verses or chapters have to do with negativity and black magic and start to pray. Sometimes it's a good sign, sometimes it's like a sign that the person is spiritual and it's best if they pray for themselves or others, that's why they get woken up. But it's always best to check with someone before you make come to a conclusion about this. Okay? So these are some of the signs that someone has black magic on them or upon them or in their energy or close to them, in their residence, in their vehicle, in their energy somehow. Okay? And my advice to you guys is to get the help that you need Okay, go to someone reputable and well known for their work. Okay, and always do istikhara, which is the prayer that you can pray before coming to the person, or see your gut feeling about the person, or if you've known the person and say, for example, you've heard what they have to say, you've seen their actions, you decided that this is a good person and not a bad person for you, then you can come to the person and go to the person for help, okay? And you can sometimes ask some people that you trust about that person and see what they feel about the person, and then make a judgment based on that, okay? If people who are sensitive spiritually, they can either have a good feeling about someone or a bad feeling, but don't rely on other people all the time. See how you feel, especially you. How do you feel? And where do you think your help is? We believe that whoever needs our help, as us in Sufism or in Islam as spiritualists or spirituals from our sects or our families, we believe that people who need us come to us and get the help, and those who are meant to be helped by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will seek us, and they will find us, and they will come to us, and they will be prepared to accept the help. And we believe that people who are not supposed to be helped, or who are meant to stay with this problem or suffer without being helped, they avoid us, they don't come to us, they will never allow us to help them with anything, and that means that it's not meant for the person to get the help. They still have lessons to learn, and they need to deal with the negativity so that it helps cleanse their spirit and elevate them higher, inshallah, bismillah, by the power of God and by the power of the Most High God, until they reach a stage where they are open to accept help and they are not prejudiced, after they suffer basically enough until they open their eyes. Because people, when they get black magic, it is sometimes to elevate the person, and most of the time, I would say maybe all of the time, I think, it's to strengthen the person and to empower them, to make them into a stronger person, to give them understanding about the spirit world, and to know, to strengthen their faith as well, because then they will grow to know that these things are real, and that there's this unseen world, and there is, God is real, and that people who read the holy books can actually change people's lives. And when they see that happen in their own lives, it strengthens their iman and religion and faith, and they become amazing people after going through hardship. And this is what we aim for with everyone that comes to us. We want them to leave us, or to, like, when they finish their treatment with us, and their work, for them to be someone who has been enlightened, their eyes have been opened, and they become more powerful spiritually, and we equip them with the spiritual armor and weaponry that they can help themselves with in the future and protect themselves and even others sometimes, if we are permitted to. Okay, so we can show the person things to do, items to use, and so on, and then in the end, that person will have that as a weapon that they can use against anything that comes in their way, bismillah, okay, by the power and by the will of God. I love you guys so much. This is all I have for you guys. I could talk forever about this. This is a big topic, but I hope this has helped you guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. It helps. It motivates me. The channel is still growing. I'm trying to grow it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God the Most High, give you all that you wish for. May this year be amazing for you guys. May you get all of the health, the wealth, the love, the protection, the joy, the finances, the money, and the breakthroughs that you want and that you deserve. You all deserve to be happy, and you all deserve to be free. You all deserve to be powerful. Okay, so if you need my help, just email me at quranicverses6@gmail.com, and I will do a reading for you guys. Whoever contacts me, I'll show you the prices. Once you pay, I'll give you my number. You can call me, and then we can do a reading to see if you need the help, or if you're actually afflicted. Sometimes it's just all in the mind and there's nothing wrong, It helps to clarify that. Okay. And like I said, we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe that we have to tell people the truth. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in your next video.